ampleness there.
I can't imagine what that poor bastard's been through. It's a miracle Gregor hasn't completely lost his mind. Granted, he's lost one or two pieces along the way, but there's still plenty that's worth listening to.
Some people are quite durable.
Now, I'm no history scholar, but I know that Emperor Chitus was overthrown by Vol of Thibris roughly 2.5 centuries ago in a so-called Purity Rebellion. Vol was the shortest reign of any Eternal Emperor, about 5 years. The twist sort of that.
The plot twist? My god. Fourth wall breaking.
Tolman's dead then. Another victim of piety's cruelty. Perhaps he escaped lightly. Look upon Grigor to see what life entails under piety's influence. I give you this, in recognition of all that you have done for us. We shall mourn Tolman's death as we shall treasure Clarissa's life.
Which sounds kind of hard for them to do, considering the fact that she made it clear she hated Tolman's guts. Well, maybe that's a bit harsh. She felt that he didn't deserve Clarissa. That's what I'm referencing. Energy shield is always so tempting, but I just haven't built my character that way, so I couldn't justify it. If I have some points left over, I'll fling him into energy shield to justify it a bit better, but for now, I think I've built my character more of a as a plate wearer. I know I did do a respec a while back, but I think I still have the armor on. The armor buffs on.
General Gravisius demands absolute obedience from his blackguards, meaning he's surrounded himself with cowards and lackwits unable to lift a finger without orders. If you are able, traverse the river and murder Gravisius in his own barracks. You'll be ripping the very mind from the skulls of our enemies.
I am recording, right? Recording, okay. Fantastic. Let us see my skills. Yes, I'm an armor guy. I want to say I do have a bonus to, ooh, that just boosts up melee damage by, well, 30% there, but it might be 10, then by 10, and ends up weird, like 1%. Well, that, I think that follows actually, but you know, it wouldn't be, you know, 30%. When hit, 30% damage is taken from mana before life. Nice if you have extra mana, which this would give me, but I don't have enough mana to rock that. I don't think I have any energy shield boosts, but I do believe there is some here. There's some life boosts there as well, which is tempting, but I would have to work over to it. Ah, there's this here. I could grab, I get a point in intelligence, then I go here. It will give me some increased armor as well as some increased energy shield. 20% it seems, but again, I don't know, it might be a multiplicative rather than an additive.
Talamoana, Exile.
But for now, because that will be quite a way off, I'll stick with the armor. Let us see. 4.2 life regenerate per second, 30% to lightning resistance, 18% reduced attribute requirements, reflects 7 physical damage to melee attackers. If I were to polish up that armor a little, you know, toss it on the workbench, I could actually make it quite good, but what does that have? 57 armor, 30 life, 7 con. To be honest, neither of them are really nice. 7 physical damage doesn't mean really much when you're being bombarded with enemies with a lot more than, you know, 10 hit points. Okay, Carissa.
Yes?
So, I'm gonna sell it. No, I really need that boosted dexterity, otherwise I probably won't be able to use a bit of stuff.
Be careful.
It's actually really tempting for me to pop over to normal mode and try to do this ascendancy stuff. It's very tempting to try and do that because it's actually quite beneficial, basically. You get access to a new skill tree, or you can trade the point for bonus points in the normal tree. So it is actually quite nice. And actually, if we go back to the hideout for a bit.
Faith has a peculiar eye for fashion. You dress yourself in the garb of self-gratification, and you'll get the cold shoulder. But clad yourself in service and sacrifice, and you'll get yourself invited to all the best parties. To be given, you first have to give. Something you're really starting to get the hang of, Crusader.
Uh-huh. Founding of the Empire. Bit of lore.
You know, the Eternal Empire was founded by Crusaders. Men and women just like you. Got up here to an Asmerian shepherd boy many hundreds of years ago. He told that boy to lead his people from the mountains of poverty down into the forbidden lands where prosperity awaited the bold. There he was to build upon the bones of the fallen and found a nation of the faithful. That boy was Veruso, the Prima Imperialis, first Emperor of the Eternals.
Build upon the bones of the fallen. Oh yeah, that sounds friendly. I know what he means, but it still sounds kind of fucked. None of that's of interest. The maces are nice, but nah. Vegan.
At your service. Fight like you mean it, Exile.
Yeah. Ageless Arena, huh? Also, all like the Holy Crypt we were in earlier.
You there. Let me bend your ear for a moment.
Are we sure it isn't?
You're veritably itching for a fight today, aren't you, Exile? Well, I have just the ointment for you. So here's how this works. You take a crack at me, your very best shot. I win, you die. You win, and I'm not actually sure, to tell the truth. Doesn't happen very often. Are you game?
He's very cocky for a guy who's, you know, really seriously outnumbered here. He's very cocky. I'll give him that. He's very penisy. That is hilarious. Doesn't happen very often, you say?
Mind your footwork, Exile. This is a combat, not a cabaret.
I barely moved. You just stood there and died like a bitch. Like, my god. What does this do? Additional physical damage reduction. Oh yes, that's the whole purpose of a Chaos Golem. Christ, it's like the weirdest zombie. Behold my 7-headed zombie. The middle head is made of plate. How do we know that the general is preparing to assault the CERN encampment? For all we know, he's planning orgy night. Okay, we'll poke our head back into the crematorium, and from there we'll swing out into the slums, and from there we'll go and find the sewers. I just need to keep an eye on the map. That's how I would probably do it. Ooh, what are these? Legacy of Vigor, extra cold damage. Does that mean if they already do, say, 10 gold damage, they'll end up doing 20? Or that they'll just do an extra bit, even if they have it done by default? because they don't do any by default. So I presume it's the former, but you never know. Accurate helm does look nice. I'll grab them all and I'll sell it. Need to be gathering up the other stuff. It's very important. Ooh, this doesn't look friendly now, does it? This kind of makes me think of it, you know, if I didn't know this was through the slums, I would swear it was like an arena thing. Okay, that's blocked off. But I'm sure most of the reason why this place looks like this shit is because of the degradation of a few hundred years and the cataclysm. But some of this it must be due to poor building practices. Like, seriously. Okay, get over here. Activate this. Random curse when activated. Alright. Pop 2. Keep beating. Christ. Some of them were just flinging themselves around the place. I saw the way over here. Ah, no, it was just some stairs.
The Monkey King has built his throne on...
Oh, I don't care. Fuck off. There's the Vol Glacial Hammer. After leveling up. They were doing some weird ability at me. I'm not entirely sure what it was. Vengeful Carrion Queen. Group Frenzy on dead. That's any nearby enemies. They get a frenzy too. See, these random spiders are apparently considered part of the other things group. So yeah, another thing that would be nice about the you know, mob infighting is that random enemies that wouldn't be part of the group won't be get bonuses.
Purity will prevail.
Christ. That guy just loves swinging himself around the place. Oh, you're alive. Huh. Does it come up from the other side? There are a few here. Mind control. Beautiful. Kind of want to say I'm nearing another level, but that would be inaccurate. You know, I will take down the Carrion Queen. I was thinking of just continue beating up everyone else and leaving that for a bit. But okay, grab this. Got another onset ring there, but it's not great. Bile Growl the Ancient. Ooh, that's something. Ratfur, yes. Bringer of Fragility. Extra life, extra projectiles fire, and reflects physical damage. Oh, also, this guy's here. Beautiful. Oh, he's actually right here.
God has glorious plans for us today. You ready, Exile? Any moment now, this holy spot's going to be buried in filth. The corrupted will pour in here, bent on eclipsing anything and everything that has been touched by divinity. I hope you're good with the shovel, Exile. Glory to the pure and mercy to the fallen.
I love the voice acting in this game. It works very well. Not really a fan of despawning right next to it. Corrupted miscreation? Honestly, I don't think those miscreations were exactly corrupted. They're kind of corrupted from the get-go. Or they're kind of fucked from the get-go. If I had the corpse explosion spell with me, I could easily just like start nuke enemies as they move in. Actually, the Vol one would be nice, just because it causes chain reactions. Christ. And random bandits. Interesting. Okay. Keep going. 3. No, E. Took you a moment. We'll heal. Bloody hell. let's talk to you.
You're a well-blooded defender of the faith now.
It's already that way beforehand. When I was saying free, I was trying to say E. So, yeah. So, over here. Soulless Watchers. Oh yeah, these weird freaky things that blind you temporarily. Only they may watch. They're constant that. Maybe I should just blitz them. This attack, it's doing 1,000 per second. Crikey. Iron Ring. Yeah. Doesn't really do much, now does it? Bone Armor. Ah, typical. You know, it's kind of surprising just the sheer amount of weapons and whatnot here. You know? I know, but apparently the Eternal Empire had an interesting way of storing stuff. You know? Every random little beastie has weaponry on it. Every random civvy can, carry powerful magical artifacts. It's very strange. No wonder the place fell. Everyone else is carrying around magical weapons of mass destruction. Oh, so this sewers is rolling up remarkably well. And actually wandering through here reminds me. Absurdly spacious sewers aren't actually all the product of fiction. There are some actually rather spacious sewers IRL. They are in France, I do believe. And you can actually see them on a tour. I've never been there myself, I've just heard of them. And there's something off to my right. Ah, it's a stash. I've heard of them. Mainly I remember reading the Nicholas Flamel novels when I was a kid. Basically some... the character that was mentioned in Harry Potter, Nicholas Flamel. He was actually based off a real life guy who was... I believe he was a doctor. He might have been something else. I honestly don't remember. All I remember was that, alchemy was a thing people believed in, and they thought he'd discovered a secret on a journey. Like, I remember reading a bit about this before, and though maybe I'm confusing with something in the novel, because it's been quite a while since I read it. But that basically he
beast of burden.
On his tour, on like a trip around Europe, he and his wife discovered the secret to immortality, and he's buried, but his tomb is now empty, kind of thing. He faked his death, or some bollocks. But yeah, basically the novel series works as if that plays with, continues on from that idea, basically. And it was fine from what I remember, but to be honest, I don't even remember it. So it's just like, I can't say if it was good or not. I remember liking it and wanting to get another issue of it, the next one in the series, but never got it. And that is nice. 3,000 armor. What is my armor? 3,366. Christ, that's pretty nice. I've actually -8 to chaos resistance. Oh. My speed modifier is +18. Enemy crit extra damage reduction is -50. Nice. Minion damage +50. Minion life modifier +46. Rarity of items drops by slain monsters +13. Well, yes, I do see some of my passives. They have the life drain stuff, don't they?
I am no beast of burden.
Ah, come on, you pansy. There, see? You can carry it. We'll need to go empty my inventory in a bit, though. Bust of Hector Tectorius. The Emperor honors Hector Tectorius as supreme servant. A strength in purpose is strength indeed. Yes, it is indeed strength. Also, to be honest, he's thinking on dying. I can't help but think of The Last of Us. a game I wouldn't mind doing, and